What if I told you that one of the most common, well-intentioned things we all do after 60 is actually the very thing that makes us age faster? Today, we're going to dig into a hidden mistake that millions of us make, all because we think we're playing it safe. Let's get right into it. Right? We're all told to take it easy, to be careful as we get older. But what if that very instinct, that drive to seek safety, is actually a trap? What if playing it safe is, ironically, making us more fragile? See, the mistake isn't some big dramatic error. It's much quieter than that. It's a series of thousands of tiny decisions we make every day. Choosing the elevator over the stairs, asking for help with a box that feels a little heavy, avoiding a walk on the grass because the pavement feels safer. Each choice seems so sensible in the moment, but when you add them all up, they send a really powerful and really damaging signal to your body. So why does this happen? Well, it all comes down to a fundamental rule of our biology. It's a simple principle that really governs how our bodies age, and it's something most of us get completely wrong. We tend to think of our bodies like cars that just wear out over time, but that's not the right way to look at it at all. A better analogy is smart clay, something that's constantly remodeling itself based on what we ask it to do. Your body is a ruthless efficiency expert. It's not going to waste any energy maintaining abilities that you're not actually using. And this really lays out the two paths our bodies can take. It's that simple. When you create demand, by walking, by lifting, by balancing, your body gets a signal, okay, we need this. Maintain this strength. Keep this skill sharp. But when that demand disappears, it gets a totally different signal. It hears, oh, I guess this ability is no longer needed. And so, very efficiently, it starts to let it go. And that right there, that's the powerful, unspoken message we send our body every single time we choose comfort over a small, manageable bit of effort. We think we're just avoiding a task, but what we're really doing is instructing our own biology to begin the process of decommissioning that function. We are literally telling it to get weaker. Okay, so what happens when our body gets this "I don't need this" signal day after day, week after week? Well, the consequences start to build up, and they create this cascade of decline that we too often just blame on getting older. It's a total chain reaction, like dominoes falling. It all starts with avoiding those small efforts. Because they aren't being used, the muscles and the delicate systems that control our balance start to weaken. That physical instability then leads to a very real, very understandable fear of falling. And what does that fear do? It makes you move even less. And before you even realize it, your world has shrunk and your independence is at risk. Let's break this cascade down a little more. You get muscle loss, sure, but that isn't just about feeling weak. It actually destabilizes your joints. Then there's your balance, which gets fuzzy without practice. And here's the kicker. That makes you more likely to fall, not less. Your posture can start to collapse, which can affect your breathing and strain your back. And the less you do, the more tired you feel. The key thing to see here is that these aren't separate symptoms of aging. They're all tangled together, and they're all driven by underuse. Think of your physical capacity like a reserve tank in a car. When you consistently engage in small daily challenges, you keep that tank nice and full. But when you avoid those challenges, that tank slowly, quietly drains. You might not even notice it day to day. But then something unexpected happens, maybe a bout of the flu or a minor injury, and you suddenly find you're running on empty. And this right here is what people so often say after a short hospital stay. That sudden, shocking feeling of decline isn't random. It is the abrupt and startling reveal of a low reserve that's been building, or rather, draining, for years. The illness didn't cause the aging. It just pulled back the curtain on a process that was already happening, quietly, right beneath the surface. Okay, now I know that sounds pretty serious, but here's the really good news. This process is not a one-way street. Not at all. We can reverse it. And the solution is a conscious, deliberate shift in our mindset, from fear to engagement. Now, I know a huge barrier for so many of us is the fear of getting hurt. That makes sense. So it's absolutely crucial to learn the difference between productive discomfort, that feeling of your muscles working, that good ache, and harmful pain, which is sharp, sudden, and a clear signal to stop. Learning to embrace that discomfort, to see it as a sign of adaptation and progress, is the whole secret. So what does this actually look like in real life? It is not about running marathons, I promise. It's all about small, deliberate choices. Like, next time you get up from a chair, just try doing it without pushing off with your hands. That builds incredible leg strength. Carry one bag of groceries instead of putting everything in the cart. That simple act engages your core and your grip. While you're waiting for your coffee to brew, practice standing on one leg for 30 seconds. It seems so small, but it's a powerful way to retrain your body's entire balance system. These are simple, consistent signals that tell your body, hey, I still need you, stick around.
See, this isn't about pushing your body to its breaking point. Not at all. It's about gently and consistently reminding it of all the amazing things it can do through these small, daily acts of effort. Because believe me, deliberate consistency is so much more powerful than reckless intensity once in a while.
You know, when it comes down to it, putting all this into practice is about so much more than just a few physical actions. It's really about shifting your entire mindset and deciding to take control of the story of your own aging. I love this because it just reframes the entire approach, doesn't it? We can't fight time. It's undefeated. But we can cooperate with our biology, and its number one rule is simple: adapt to demand. By giving your body the right signals, you're not fighting it, you're working with it to maintain your strength and your vitality. Your body is always listening. It's always asking, am I still needed? The choice to do less and less sends it a signal of rest, which sounds nice, but it really means decommission. But the choice to engage, to put in that little bit of effort, sends a powerful signal of relevance. It tells every system in your body, from your muscles to your bones to your brain, that you are still in the game. So it's not about what you did yesterday, and it's not about some grand plan for tomorrow. It's about the very next small choice you make. The next time you face a flight of stairs, or a comfy chair you need to get out of, or a bag you could carry. That choice is a signal. And so the only real question left is, what signal are you going to send your body today?